In this video, we are going to see that if you want to organize your data in the table format, you can easily do this. You can even apply it to the current text that you have, or we can start the table first and then insert our data. So we have both options. We can convert the normal text into the table, and we can also create the table and then put the data. So let's say if I want to create a new table, what I can do is just go to the insert tab, and here I can select the table option which says add a table. And here just I can choose how many rows and how many columns do I want. So if I drag it to bottom, you can see here that we can see the number of rows increasing. And if I start moving towards right, you will see that number of columns are inserted. So let's say 5 by 5 is the table size, 5 number of rows and 5 columns are there. So if I want to select that or continue with this, I can just hit a click here and we are good to go. This is my table. Now I can just format that however I want, because I have a special tab now named table design. So whatever design you want to choose, let's say this one, and now we can insert the data. For example, ID number. And if I want to go to the next area, I can just press a tab here and we can insert the new data, salesperson, amount, etc., etc., like this. So every time for each and every single field, you will press tab and then write your data. Now, obviously you need sometimes to adjust the size. What you can do is just go to this thin line here and move it anywhere you want. So this is how you do it. Now, if I want to just delete this table, you can just right click here and select delete table from here. Now, if I, let's say, want to create a custom table, you can do that as well. You can draw a manual table in which you will decide the size or distance of each row and columns. For example, I'll go to insert in table, and from here, I want to draw a table. Now you will see a pencil sign here. So first of all, it will draw a box like this. And now I can draw further. If the pencil sign is not shown, you can just select the draw table option again like this. And now you can draw. For example, first line should be here, second line should be here, third distance should be this, and something like this. And we should have something like this. So instead of inserting an equal size table and then customizing it, it's better if we create a table or draw a table by ourselves if we know how it should be formatted. So this can also be done and save you a lot of time, and also you will achieve some perfect look. And after all of this, you have the options to draw or customize that as well. According to your needs, you can format that. Now let's delete this one as well. And now let's see the most important part. Let's say that we already have a data and then we want to insert a table around it. How will we do this? It's very easy. So if we want to draw a table around it, what we can do is, first of all, we need to make sure that how this data is separated. We need to make sure that it is based on tabbed separation. As we can see here, all signs in the ruler. If you don't have the ruler enabled, what you can do is just go to the view tab, and from here, I can enable the ruler. Now to check how it is separated, if it is separated by tab stops or not, what I can do is either we can just insert a new line, put, let's say, a sample order ID, and then try to press tab, and it should exactly come in the alignment of the other column. And then you enter the data here and then press tab again. So now we can enter the quantity, and we can also notice that all of these is in equal alignment. Whatever data you are entering, it is separated by tab stops. Now the quicker way of identifying this is, you don't need to enter the data. You will just go to the home tab and just enable the character recognition or non-printing characters identification. And now we can see arrows with every single line. That means it is separated by tab. So whatever we enter in tab with non-printing characters, as you can see here, I'm pressing the tab and it is showing the arrow. So each one of them is separated by tab. Now that we have identified this, just close this. And now we can easily draw a table around it. I'll select my whole data here, go to the insert tab, and under the table, I can select convert text to table. So when I click this, I'll see this options right here, it automatically identified the number of columns and the number of rows and how you want the width to be adjusted. It is by default set to auto, so we don't have to manually set it. Auto fit the contents. You can select this as well, so it will increase or decrease the size according to the requirements. This is also good. And the separate text will be at tabs. You can set other parameters as well. So let's just continue with the default settings altogether and click OK. And now we can see a perfect table is built around the data. If you want to adjust the size of it a little bit, you can adjust that. And now we can just go to the table design and choose our required format like this. So we have the perfect table right here. Now let's say we have the opposite scenario. We have the data with the table, but now what we want to convert is we want to convert the table back to normal data, text-based data. So how we can do this? I'll just select this table, go to the table layout, and from here you will choose this option which says convert to text on the right corner under the table layout. So just select that and you will separate by the same parameter by tabs. Just identify the text, how it is separated, and click OK. And now we have the data back. Now similarly, if I want to highlight some of the figures in the table, I can just select it like this. Just double click here and hold the control key if you want to select the multiple items, and you can keep on selecting. And then afterwards, let's say I want to highlight it in bold, and let's say that I want to check these figures later. So what I want to do is just use the text highlighter, let's say, or let's say if you want to color the whole box, let's select that again. I want to select or color the whole box and not only the text. In that case, you can use the paragraph shading. You can use this and now it is highlighted. Now let's say that I want a space around here. I want to remove this data and I want complete space, the flat space right here. So I have the table layout in which I can select the eraser, and here what you can do is just select a whole area and then you can get rid of that. So you can make all of the adjustments. Let's say that you have accidentally inserted some extra row below. Let's insert below. And now if I want to erase that, I can just choose here and just delete that altogether like this. Just select that and it is deleted. So guys, table layout has all the amazing functions that you can try by yourself. It is pretty basic. You can just play around with this and you will come up with many new options right here. So let's say I want to change the alignment of the whole table. I can just select this and here I have all the options of the alignments. So let's say I want to center align that. I want to, centralize that, align to the bottom right like this. I can change all the directions and alignments, everything. We can do it easily from here. Let's say I want to sort this data. I can sort it from here. Click on sort and here I have the sort options. Let's say it is sorted by default by the order ID. Let's say I want the sorting by the product name and it is a text and it should be within a paragraph and it should be sorted in ascending order. And you can select multiple sorting here as well. So let's click OK. And now we can see that the data is sorted alphabetically according to the products. So you can just try around all of these options and come up with many new functions. So just try it by yourself and I will see you in the next one.